The snow was falling hard outside the big shopping mall. Inside, people were buying Christmas gifts and drinking hot coffee. Everyone was happy and warm. But outside in the cold, a young girl named Ariella sat on the ground near the door. Her old shoes had holes in them. Her coat was too big and dirty. She had not eaten anything good for 3 days. Ariella was not like other homeless kids. She had something special inside her. She could sing like an angel. But who would listen to a poor girl on the street? Most people just walked past her like she was not there. Some people gave her mean looks. Others felt sorry for her but did not know how to help. The mall was having a big Christmas show that night. Famous singers were going to perform on stage. Rich people paid lots of money for tickets. Ariella could hear the music practice through the glass doors. The sounds made her heart feel warm, even though her body was freezing cold. "I wish I could sing with them," Ariella said quietly to herself. She had been singing since she was very little. Her mom used to say she had the most beautiful voice in the world. But her mom was gone now, and Ariella had no family left. She lived on the streets and tried to stay safe. A security guard came outside. He saw Ariella sitting there. "Hey kid, you can't stay here," he said in a rough voice. "This is private property. Go somewhere else." Ariella stood up slowly. Her legs were stiff from the cold. "Please, sir," she said. "Can I just stay until the snow stops? I won't cause any trouble." The guard looked at her torn clothes and felt a little sorry. But he had rules to follow. "Sorry, kid. You have to go. Find a shelter or something." He went back inside where it was warm. Ariella picked up her small bag and started walking. She did not know where to go. The shelters were all full. The streets were dangerous at night. Dear friends, if you believe that everyone deserves a chance to show their gifts, please like the story, share it with people who need hope, write what you think in the comments, and follow Kindness Corner. Together we can share stories that remind people to be kind to each other. As Ariella walked in the snow, she heard beautiful music coming from the mall again. The Christmas show was starting. She pressed her face against the cold glass window and watched. The singers on stage wore pretty clothes and bright smiles. The audience clapped and cheered. Ariella felt her heart break a little. She wanted to be up there so badly. Then something amazing happened. The main singer got sick right before her big song. She ran off the stage holding her throat. The show manager looked worried. The audience was waiting. What could they do now? Ariella saw what happened through the window. Without thinking, she ran to the side door where the performers went in and out. "Excuse me," she called to a woman in a fancy dress. "The singer is sick. I can help." The woman looked at Ariella's dirty clothes and shook her head. "Go away, little girl. This is not a game." But Ariella did not give up. "Please, just listen to me sing one time. I promise I can do it." She started singing right there in the doorway. Her voice was soft at first, then it grew stronger. It was the most beautiful sound the woman had ever heard. Her mouth opened wide in surprise. Other people backstage heard Ariella singing. They stopped what they were doing and came over. A man with gray hair and kind eyes walked up to them. This was Mr. Callum Harrington. He was very rich and helped poor people with his money. He had paid for the whole Christmas show. "Who is singing?" Mr. Harrington asked. The woman pointed at Ariella. "This homeless girl wants to perform. But look at her. She can't go on stage like that." Mr. Harrington looked at Ariella carefully. He saw past her dirty clothes. He saw a young girl with tired eyes but a strong spirit. "What is your name, child?" he asked gently. "Ariella, sir," she answered quietly. "And you can really sing?" "Yes, sir. Music is all I have left." Mr. Harrington thought for a moment. The audience was getting restless. They needed someone to sing now. "Give her a chance," he said to his workers. "Clean her up and put her in a dress. Let her sing one song. If she is not good, I will take full responsibility." The workers looked shocked, but they could not argue with their boss. In just 20 minutes, Ariella was transformed. They washed her face and hands. They brushed her tangled hair until it shined. They put her in a simple but pretty red dress. When she looked in the mirror, she could hardly believe it was really her. "Are you ready?" asked the show manager. Ariella's hands were shaking. She had never sung for so many people before. "What if they don't like me?" she whispered. Mr. Harrington put his hand on her shoulder. "Just sing from your heart, like you did outside. That's all you need to do." The curtain opened. Hundreds of people in expensive clothes looked at the stage. They expected to see their favorite singer. Instead, they saw a skinny girl they had never seen before. Some people started talking to each other. "Who is this? Where is the real singer? What's going on?" Ariella stood alone under the bright lights. She felt very small. The microphone seemed huge in her hands. She looked out at all those faces staring at her. For a second, she wanted to run away. But then she remembered her mother's words. "Your voice is a gift, Ariella. Use it to touch people's hearts." She closed her eyes and began to sing. At first, her voice was quiet and shaky. But as the music played, something magical happened. Her voice grew stronger and more beautiful. She sang about being alone, about being cold and hungry, about missing her family. But she also sang about hope, about dreams, about never giving up. The talking in the audience stopped. Everyone became very quiet. Some people had tears in their eyes. Others sat forward in their chairs, wanting to hear every word. Ariella's voice filled the whole theater like warm light. It touched something deep inside every person listening. When the song ended, there was complete silence. Ariella opened her eyes and saw hundreds of people staring at her. She thought maybe she had done something wrong. Then, all at once, everyone started clapping. They stood up and cheered. Some people were crying. Others were shouting, "Amazing!" and more. Ariella could not believe it. She had never heard such loud clapping before. The sound echoed through the theater like thunder. She looked at Mr. Harrington in the audience. He was smiling and clapping too, with tears running down his face. The show manager came on stage with tears in his eyes. "Ladies and gentlemen," he said into his microphone, "this is Ariella. 3 hours ago, she was on the street with nowhere to go. Tonight, she has shown us what true talent looks like. Let's give her another big hand." The audience clapped even louder. People were calling out, "Sing again," and more songs. Ariella felt like she was dreaming. Was this really happening to her? After the show, Mr. Harrington came backstage. "Ariella," he said, "you have an incredible gift. Would you like to come live with my family? We can give you a home, food, clothes, and music lessons. You can go to school and learn to read and write better. Most importantly, you can keep singing." Ariella could hardly speak. You really mean it?" she asked with tears in her eyes. "I really mean it," Mr. Harrington said. "Every child deserves a safe place to grow up. And every gift like yours deserves to be shared with the world." That night changed Ariella's life forever. She moved into Mr. Harrington's big house. She had her own room with a warm bed and clean sheets. She ate good food every day until her belly was full. She got new clothes that fit her properly. But the best part was the music room with a beautiful piano just for her. Ariella worked very hard at her music lessons. She learned to read notes and play piano. She practiced singing every day. Her teachers said she was the most talented student they had ever seen. But Ariella never forgot what it felt like to be cold and hungry and alone. She started performing at many events around the city. People came from far away just to hear her sing. She became famous, but she stayed humble and kind. Every time she performed, she asked people to help homeless children like she used to be. With the money from her concerts, Ariella and Mr. Harrington started a program. They built warm places for homeless kids to sleep. They gave them food and clothes. Most importantly, they helped kids find and develop their special talents, whether it was music, art, sports, or something else. Years passed. Ariella grew from a scared little girl into a confident young woman. She sang in the biggest theaters in the country. Famous musicians wanted to work with her. She made records that people loved all around the world. But she never forgot that snowy Christmas night when a kind man gave her a chance. Every Christmas, she went back to that same mall. She sang for free for anyone who wanted to listen. She looked for kids who needed help, just like she once did. One Christmas, 5 years later, Ariella was performing at the mall again. After her song, a little boy came up to her. He was dirty and thin, wearing clothes that were too big. "Miss Ariella," he said quietly, "can you teach me to sing like you?" Ariella knelt down and looked into his eyes. She saw herself from years ago. "What's your name?" she asked gently. "Tommy," he said. "I live in my car with my dad. He lost his job. We don't have anywhere to go." Ariella smiled and took Tommy's hand. "Come with me, Tommy. Let me introduce you to Mr. Harrington. I think we can help you and your dad find a place to stay. And yes, I will teach you to sing." She looked up at Mr. Harrington, who was watching with tears in his eyes. He nodded and smiled. As they walked away together, Ariella thought about how one act of kindness had changed her whole life. Now she could pass that kindness on to others. Her voice had not only saved her, it was helping to save other children too. The snow was falling again, just like it had that first night. But this time, Ariella was not cold or alone. She was surrounded by people who loved her and children she could help. Her heart felt warm and full. That night, Tommy sang his first song with Ariella. His voice was small and shaky, just like hers had been. But Ariella could hear the magic in it. She knew that with love, patience, and practice, Tommy could have a bright future too. Mr. Harrington watched them practice together. "One voice can change a life," he said to himself, "and one life can change the world." Dear friends, Ariella's story shows us that everyone has something special inside them. Sometimes people just need someone to believe in them and give them a chance. If this story touched your heart, please like it, share it with someone who needs hope, tell us what you think in the comments, and follow Kindness Corner. Your support helps us share more stories about kindness and second chances in a world that needs them.